Okay, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin. And we're doing something that we almost never do this time.
Right, we're actually enjoying a campfire and making our breakfast outside.
Yes, oftentimes when we're out, we're always thinking we got to do something or schedule something or do this or do that. This time we have just said we're doing nothing today.
Right, and this is just going to be a relaxation day, and we're going to explore this beautiful campground.
Yes, this is one of the largest sites we've ever had at the Bandits Roost Campground in North Carolina. So
it's a Corps of Engineers campground.
Yes, which is of course on the top of our list. And if you have any questions about how to book a Corps of Engineers campground or anything else about them, you can check this video up here. We'll answer all your questions.
Exactly, and so we're gonna make our breakfast this morning. We're making bread in the Dutch oven, which should be exciting.
Yep.
And we're gonna cook over the fire, and then later on we're gonna explore the campground and we'll do a site review.
So stick around for this episode.
So before we put the dough in the Dutch oven, we're going to shape the dough. And just note this beautiful board that a good friend of ours made me, a custom bread board. I'm so excited to use it. So we're going to throw some flour onto the board and we're going to shape our dough. Dough has been proofing overnight and you can see how nice and bubbly it is. Adding more flour as necessary. We're just going to fold it up to a little ball. And then we're just going to let it rest for about 30 minutes.
Shabby?
Not too shabby. I would leave it in for about 5 more minutes before we take the lid off. So we're doing something that we very rarely have time to do, which is to cook in the Dutch oven and cook outdoors on the fire. And you can see how our bread turned out. It has a nice ear, very nicely browned, got a nice brown bottom. It's just gonna sit here and rest for a little while. And we did 2 fried eggs and some bacon. And if you notice 2 pieces missing, we were sampling.
So we're at the Bandits Roost Campground, which is part of the Kerr Dam and Reservoir. It's a Corps of Engineers campground in kind of westernish North Carolina. As you can see, this is one of the biggest campsites we have ever had. I mean, it's got this upper level thing here with the nice fire pit, the grill that you saw us using earlier for the Dutch oven. It's also got that really sweet little platform in order for you to put your utensils and stage your stuff prior to using the grill, which is awesome.
We showed all of that when we did our Dutch oven cooking.
Yeah. And the surface here is loose gravel. It's great. It's not entirely level. You can see it's kind of funky because it slopes down this way, and so you have to kind of level that way. So we'll go over here and check that out. Kind of a quasi view of the lake. There's some other ones that have really good views that we'll show.
A obstructed view of the lake, I would say.
Yeah.
But not bad.
But yeah, so we've got 2 blocks down. It's 30 and 50 amp electric with water. And yeah, I mean, I think we'll go ahead and take a look at some of those other super nice sites, and we'll go ahead and check a few of those out. But yeah, these Corps of Engineer campgrounds, as I said, are spectacular.
And look how much space is left behind our Airstream. I mean, that's an amazing amount of space.
All right, here's another example of just one of these sites. And remember, these sites are like 28 bucks a night if you don't have the senior discount. And so let's go ahead and take a look at site 98 which is similar to 99 and 100, which are probably the best sites on the B loop. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. You can see it's a super long site. Again, you get the electric, but just check this out. You've got a nice view of the lake, and you get those stairs. It's your own little private patio area. Again, 27 bucks a night. United States Army Corps of Engineers. You can't beat it. As we've said many times before, the Corps of Engineers are always #1 on our list of places to search when we're looking for a campground, and this place has just solidified that.
So we are making tomato sauce from the rest of those tomatoes that truck guy gave us at the rest area, so that we don't waste them at all.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out that video, that's on our Provincetown, Massachusetts video on the way out to Promised Land State Park. He was giving out crates of tomatoes to anyone that wanted them, as many crates as you wanted.
Right, and then some of them were past due, admittedly, but some of them were very good, and so we've been eating them for like the past couple days, and I just want to make sure these don't go to waste, and so tomato sauce is going to be the answer for the rest of them.
Right. So that truck driver out there, thank you very much.
Absolutely. And before I make the tomato sauce, I wanted to de-skin them first, and to do that, I just put them in the boiling water after taking the tops off for about 5 minutes. The riper the tomato, the easier the skin will come off. You just dump it into cold water afterwards.
And that's what you end up with. All right.
So let's get this sauce going.
And next, Cindy's going to show you a very functional kitchen tool for you.
So I'm blending these with a really neat little device that's battery operated, and it has lots of different uses. This is the blender option. It has a whisk option. You can also blend soups with this. It has a food processor, and so it does.
It has a blender?
It has a blender. Well, that's what this is, sort of. This is what I would use for blending, and use this for the soups as well. So this has a lot of options, and it's very convenient.
It's the very definition of what's good for an Airstream. Battery powered, you don't need 110 volt electricity, and it's multifunction.
So the pasta is very nice and al dente. The sauce is very much a sweet and sour almost experience. It's very lovely and very fresh tasting, and so that's what I like about making your own tomato sauce.
Join us next week as we continue our spring trip.
I get to go on a foraging tour, which was super exciting.
So if you like this video,
give us a big thumbs up.
And if you think we earned a subscription, click to subscribe.
And comment below if you have a favorite activity to do when you're just being quiet at a campground.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.